Hello. This is gonna be my first devlog for Labyrinth. Um, there's there's a lot of stuff to go over in this video since there should have been multiple devlogs before this, but uh, I didn't really know I should do a devlog until just now, about halfway or more through the process. Anyways, I've developed a rolling system here that just gets random numbers for each one of your stats for each room you enter, and it's like a Binding of Isaac roguelike type of game. And I have these coin slot machines that shoot at people, and then these card enemies that are they either can shoot, or after we kill the first boss you'll see that there also is some melee ones. And then these circles here are item chests that I can pick up. I just got a speed boost from that one. There gonna be some sprite redesigns. These are kind of just temporary when the circles are like that. And I think it should be known this is definitely a very beginner project, even though I am going to be putting it on Steam. It's my first game made, and I really just want to put it out there because I feel that I feel like it's decent enough to be on Steam, and also I want to be able to have said that I put a game out there while still in high school, which is kind of a big flex to me. But we will see how it goes. I feel like also I just want to have like natural portfolio on Steam to have, I think that's the word for it at least. It's just want to have games out there so that the future games people can see that I'm not like completely new, I guess. But at the same time, I'm not completely sure what all I'm doing. Here we go. Here's the first boss. So this is not the first boss. I think I forgot to change things up. I was doing some debugging. This is gonna be the fourth boss. He's quite scary. I'll show how I made some of these features up about right now. Anyways, because the dash feature definitely was quite difficult. I feel like the bosses are where I put most of my effort lately in the game, but they still definitely could have some work on them. Right now, the sword attacks, the melees, are supposed to stun the character. I think I have some immunity though after they get stunned a certain amount of times. There we go. And yeah, this guy's pretty, I think he's difficult enough to be a fourth boss, but I feel like the hardest part right now is trying to define the difficulty, because I'm not all that great at games. So when I think it's difficult, I feel like the players that play it might just laugh at me because it's way too easy for them. But it definitely has some difficulty to it, and I had the dodge chance. Since it's an upgradable stat, I had the idea that there's just gonna be some things you can't really dodge. Like a no-hit run is possibly impossible, is what I was thinking. I haven't made the final boss, but I'm gonna try to make it insanely difficult. So this is this guy's second phase. He's shooting everything a lot faster, and I'm already dead, but he does do a lot more damage. Yeah, also these rooms, I'm just now learning about Godot add-ons with the Godot Steam API stuff, to learn how to input achievements and everything in my Steam game. And I'm learning, I made all these rooms. I basically made a ton of rooms and put them all into a dictionary, and now I'm realizing I might need to rethink that choice, and there was a Godot add-on that can make you it literally procedurally generates everything. I think it was called Gaia. Oh, I was close enough, but I know it exists out there, um, and it's pretty crazy. So I'm thinking about maybe redoing the rooms, but we'll see, cause that's also a lot of work, and I still have so many other things for this game needing to be done. But we can look here at the charge attack, because I felt like that was like pretty weird to implement, and I definitely would have had a whole video on this boss, but I didn't know that I was gonna be making devlogs until about now, when I realized I should be actually talking about my game that I've been making. Anyways, the charge attack, I basically have a charge parent and then the charge target, and this target down there, I then have it rotated wherever the player is, kind of, during the code, and then I deactivate this guy's movement through the physics process so that he can only listen to charging towards the target. And then he goes towards the target for like a few seconds with this function here. And then he goes back to normal to chasing the character for a little while. And I just want to say this line here, anything with await get tree, oh my goodness, that's like, it's actually broken. That's like the most amazing line of code. I definitely have just been spamming it everywhere in the code, so hopefully it doesn't cause any bugs or anything when you like import it to Steam, because I don't know much about all that. I don't understand that many bugs in general. Like, I feel like it's confusing how, if it works perfectly fine, how certain people have different bugs on their devices. It's pretty interesting. But let's show off. I'll show off the bosses, and then just I'll be saying random things, I guess. Basically, this is the first boss that they will fight. It's kind of a easy little Joker guy. Like, he's not really all that crazy. He shoots in a ring when you're far away. When you get close, he shoots at you, and then when you get really close, he shoots homing coins at you. And that's about his whole gig. He's not all that crazy. But what makes these bosses a little more difficult is going to be these arena shooters down here that just shoot things in different directions. But hopefully this all doesn't look like just a massive piece of garbage, I guess, because that would make me a little sad. Although I am expecting to get a little clowned on for how I did implement some things, because again, this is my first game, and I kind of just write things until they work for the coding, and when they work, I just leave them like that. And I definitely think there's easier way to solve some of the problems in my code, but I solve them nonetheless in some weird goofy ways. Anyways, this is the second boss. He has a hammer that is thrown at you. His attacks are just random. I have like 5 different attacks that it will randomly choose from, and I guess it just keeps choosing this hammer one because it wants to embarrass me. But I trust me, it's kind of freaking scary. I want him to do at least one other thing so that it's not completely boring and miserable. There we go. He does an up, down, and then he targets towards me. Oh, there we go, another one, a spin attack. Oh my goodness. Come on, there was I want him to show the most difficult one to implement. Okay, it's like the same up and down thing except side to side. Some cool stuff. There we go. There we go. This one, it just follows you and bashes his hammer in the ground like a freaking meanie. And it's pretty epic. Anyways, let's murder him. Now let's do the third boss. The last boss will be boss number 5, and I'm probably gonna make a video about it because I'm wanting to do some new complicated stuff I haven't done yet, I guess. Anyways, it's a coin slot machine, and it has like 8 different attacks that it can do. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think this was the first one I made, and then I realized it was gonna be too difficult to be a first boss. But of course, I'm not that great at bullet hells, so maybe I was lying to myself completely. But what is he gonna roll now? Oh, this one's like one of his easier attacks. Could just stand here and make him look like an absolute joke. The skulls again. I don't know why he likes those attacks lately. That's not what I normally enjoy. Anyways, I was aiming at first for a Vampire Survivors type of roguelike. I was just gonna have you run around, not even having to shoot at things. And then each level you would be presented with a boss, I guess. But the way I was spawning enemies for a while, they would be spawned outside of the walls here, and I wanted a way to kill them, so I implemented this shooting mechanism. And oh, here's the devil. I think he makes, when you see this, it makes all the bullets do like twice as much damage, and my stats are actually decreased as well for this room. And anyways, yeah, the way I spawned enemies is I definitely need to kind of fix it. Because I didn't want them spawning in outside the walls anymore, so I just decided to put them all into a collision shape. And I measured the collision shape and just make sure they all spawn in there whenever I interact with it. But I don't know. It's a little goofy. I think I should re-implement that in some way. If anyone knows like how I can make them spawn in better, because I just don't want them to go outside the walls, but I still want them to just be spawned in randomly and try to murder me. But yeah, because they were spawning like a little on top of each other and everything, and it was I mean, it works. I do say that. I think it definitely works, and it does make it a little chaotic, which is what I like about it, but it definitely, everything can be better. So, one thing. Anyways, see if we'll see any more phases from this guy. If he'll show me anything else that he can do. He definitely can do other things, but he doesn't want to show off right now. Anyways, then the 4th boss was the first one I showed off. Yeah, let's show. Look, this is the enemy spawner thing. So it'll just spawn a lot, a medium amount. It just is random for how much it will spawn, and then it measures how big the collision shape I put it in is, and then it just, depending on if I killed a certain boss, it'll be either spades, hearts, clubs, or diamonds. I have thought out some of this stuff, but also over the next few months when I finish this all up, then some things will definitely be switched around. That's for sure. And I don't know, I want to see how Gaia, the procedural generation, if anyone knows, I want to be able to put certain things in it. Like, I get that I can create a map, like a room, but I wanted to be able to maybe randomly procedurally generate items and then bullet shooters in there as well. But I really don't know if that's like possible. Like, I'll show this. Like, these are the collision shapes that you hit, and I just want to be able to like put all of this in a random procedure. But I don't know how I'd really do that, because I was looking at videos and I just don't know if it's able to do all that. Might have to do all the crazy stuff and actually learn on my own, that's actually scary. Yeah, this is about it. I can definitely show off more and talk and yap a little longer about my next video. It's gonna be about the next boss. Then I need to do the Steam API, learning how to put achievements, Steam Workshop, all that jazz and weird stuff. And then I need to implement sound and music. That's gonna be how I probably finish the game and add some polish, because sound and music I'm definitely a little lost in. I've learned just Godot in the past few months, but along with that for the game I've just learned how to create some music. So we'll see how all that goes. That might actually be horrendous, or it might be amazing. I guess even I'm about to find out, so that'll all be fun. Anyways, wish me luck. Send feedback. Just not too hurtful of feedback that I hate my life. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoys their day. Thank you very much.